That's a massive benefit you get from properties. Leverage is everything in property. Your property price goes up with inflation as well. So many ways you can diversify your property portfolio. Hello and welcome to this video. I would like to start this video with a message of thank you for all the people that have liked, subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate your support, your generosities, and the support you've been helping to do with this channel. I started this channel purely to be able to impact as many people as possibly as I can, because I think it would also help people understand what the benefit they can get from investing, not just in property, how they can see a different way of investment, and that has impacted people drastically, and the channel is growing immensely. So I'm just here today to thank you so much for your support, for your generosity, and for your consistent in watching the content. And it's bringing joy to me to learn that people are really enjoying the program, and they also are happy that they're learning from it as well, which really has bring joy to me and further kind of strengthen the reason why I'm doing this. So thank you. I'd like you to do me a favor. If the videos are still making sense to you, keep watching them, subscribe to that channel, because we looked at it, about 75% of the people are watching the videos but they're not subscribing. So I'd really ask you to kindly not just like the videos, subscribe into them so that you can get future videos alert when we post these videos, because you're doing absolutely amazing by supporting us. And also do not be shy to share this with friends and family, because that would only help my channel grow, reach more people, and obviously help you learn and implement those knowledges as well. So thank you. I really appreciate you all. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you why you need to invest in properties, why you need to be a property investor, especially where the economy is right now. People are really struggling. Things are going very expensive. Salaries has not been increasing as it is meant to be, and there's riot strikes left, right and center throughout the world basically. So it's not just in the UK. So today I thought it's best to explain to people why it's important to become a property investor. Again, before we get going, if you like this video or any of my videos, hit the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing video. So why do you need to be a property investor? Number one reason why you need to be a property investor is to take an advantage of what we call leverage. Okay, you may be asking, what is leverage? Leverage is using your resources around you to build your property portfolio. I'll give an example. I'll give you a couple of examples of what do I mean by leverage. The number one leverage you could use in property is what I call OPM, using other people's money, right? This could be your family and friends. It could be a relative. It could be university friends. It could be anybody that you come across still, right? Here's the thing. If you're using other people's money, I'd like you to remember that you're not begging the money. You're not begging for the money. You're providing an opportunity in order for someone to invest with you for a win-win resolution. So if you've got a property deal or if you've got an amazing deal, don't be shy to ask friends and families to invest with you in order to create a win-win resolution. Because I've seen so many people they got good deal, but they're shy to ask family and friends about investment because they think they're begging. You're not begging for the money. You're actually providing an opportunity for everyone involved so you can foster win-win resolution. And you can also use the banks. The banks are one of the biggest lenders, and these are the people that you can take massive leverage of. Suppose you want to buy £100,000 property, you don't need that £100,000. You can go to the bank will lend you £75,000 to buy that property, and you only need £25,000 to put that property in. And again, if you're using other people's money, you can meet friends and family who would help you raise the £25,000 in order for you to build your property portfolio. And how we can also use leverage is by, if you buy a house, you may be thinking, I don't know how to fix it, I don't know how to renovate it, I don't know how to do XYZ on it. But what you do, you can use the same thing, leverage. You can get a builder to go and renovate the house for you. You can get a carpenter to go and fix stuff. You can get a plumber. You can get people. You can use people to fix the property, to bring the property to the condition you wanted it at. Okay, you may be thinking about management. Again, you don't have to actually manage that property, especially if you are a property investor. You could use estate agency, you can do letting agency, estate agents that would help manage that property for you as well. So meaning you're taking advantage, you are leveraging other people's time and money in order to build your property investment portfolio. That's a massive benefit you get from properties. Leverage is everything in property. So the second reason why you need to be a property investor is something we call passive income. Here's the thing. If you invest in property, you don't need to work in order to generate that money. So once you've bought that property, you do all the work you're required to do. If it's property that requires work, okay, if it doesn't require work, what you do, you rent that property. So once you rent that property, the tenant pays you a monthly rent. And that monthly rent is what allows you to pay your mortgage, pay your repair and maintenance if there is any, pay your insurance, pay all the costs associated to that property, and then the money left over is what you make as your profit. And that's what we call passive income. Basically, you need to actively involved in order to make that money. Maybe you need to get actively involved in maybe setting up the property or maybe getting builders in to go and do the work, but after that, the property look after itself. So you don't really need to go and kind of actively work for it. So that's what we call passive recurring income. So that's what property gets you. Passive recurring income. Once you invest one, you get the return on your investment. And if you're making that money whilst you're not actively working, that's what generates wealth. That's what takes you to the next level, levels that you would only dream of. And the third reason why you need to be a property investor is what we call capital appreciation. So what do I mean by capital appreciation? Capital appreciation is the value of your property. The amount of money your property would have gone up. Some people call it the price of your property. It's the price of your property would have gone up if you're buying properties. So in the UK, in average, property prices goes up by 7.5% to about 10% a year. Suppose you bought a property for £100,000 last year, for example. That property is no longer worth £100,000. If it goes up by 10%, it's worth £110,000. So you have added £10,000 on top of that 100,000 plus the rent you would have collected already. Again, that's a massive benefit. The cash flow, the monthly passive income, and the capital appreciation, okay? And then if you keep that property for 2 years, you do the maths. That £110,000 is gone up by 10% again. That's about £11,000. And that means in 2 years, your property would have made capital appreciation of £21,000, which you would have already saved on your rent. You can use again, you go and buy yourself another £100,000 property. So it's a massive, massive benefit for you if you are to invest. This is the reason why I've been banging on investing in property. Is a no-brainer. Okay, it's a no-brainer. You make money, get a tenant to pay your rent, and you also make money by when the property price goes up. You may be thinking, oh, property prices don't go up every single year, but yes, listen, in average it goes up by 7.5% to 10%. People thought property prices would go down during COVID. Guess what? It did exactly the opposite. And I can put my hands up on that. I was wrong as well. I thought it was going to go down. It went up, and it went absolutely crazy. So that's the benefit you get from investing in property. Why you need property, why you need to be a property investor is also, it's about, it allows you to hedge against inflation. Now I need to explain this to you in over for you to understand it properly, because you may be thinking inflation, right? It helps you with inflation, right? Here are the few ways it helps you through inflation. Number one, right? When inflation goes up, guess what? Your rent also goes up accordingly. If you are, or if you're included in your tenancy agreement, that rent goes up every year. Okay, so that then pushes your rent up. I don't know if you've been watching the news right now or you've been in the property market. Rental income has gone up significantly. Properties that were going for £800, now you cannot touch them for less than £1,200. So rent has gone up significantly based on inflation. That's one benefit you get from it, right? The second benefit, your property price goes up with inflation as well. Okay, that's what we call capital appreciation, right? Because when inflation goes up, it pushes the value of your property. Second benefit. The third benefit, if you've got a loan against that property, suppose you've got interest only loan, guess what? If it was £75,000, that £75,000 would have gone down in value based on inflation. Because what happened, that £75,000 will not buy you the same thing you've bought a couple of years ago. So these are the three massive benefits. So it's like a cushion for you. So when inflation goes up, property investors are literally laughing because they're happy. Some people may be thinking, how can they laugh if interest rate is going up as well? Guess what? If interest rate goes up, the landlord is increasing their rent as well to compensate that, okay? So it's a win-win for the landlord, the experienced landlord, of course. But these are the benefits you can get from investing in properties. Another benefit, what you need to be a property investor, is the tax benefit. If you buy properties, there's so many tax benefits around it. You've got capital gain tax, you can claim your stamp duty, you can claim so many stuff when it comes to properties, you can claim your VAT and all that. So there's so much benefit on it that also allow you to be able to pull some of that money out. And then the sixth reason why you need to be a property investor is portfolio diversification. Hear me out. Suppose you've got a business, okay? Say you have a grocery shop, or you have a takeaway, whatever, or you're working for someone, okay? So if you invest in properties, it means you're diversifying your income. So if your business is not doing well, right, you've got other income coming in. Suppose your employers are not treating you well, you know you've got a choice because you've got income coming in. You're not relying specifically in one source of income, which is what lots of people are relying on. So with properties, if you've got a diversify that income for you, and within the property industry itself, you can diversify it. How would you do that? You'll do it by maybe buying single homes, family homes, where you can buy a 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom house, rent it for passive income. You can buy a house, convert it into HMO, house in multiple occupation, like then you rent that property room by room basis, or you can convert a house into a flat, you can convert it into a commercial unit, or you can convert it into service accommodation. There's so many ways you can diversify your property portfolio, and here's the reason why I'm banging on you to be a property investor. I really hope this video has been helpful. If this video has been helpful, don't forget to smash the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more amazing videos. I look forward to sharing the next video.